Okay.
Yeah, it's every once in a while. Welcome, everyone.
Good
to
morning.
More Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Cup 2019.
It is your boys. We're back and ready to rumble.
Yeah, let's go. We've got the man, the myth, the legend. Got Dr. Kevout, PhD, back on the microphone.
PhD in Mario Kart physics, as per usual. Yes.
All right. So the last match we saw Chile topping China in the amateur bracket A final. So that they obviously won that bracket. So congratulations to Chile. Also congratulations to China on a great run this World Cup season. But
definitely, I like the idea of the consolation brackets because I mean, Japan's won 5 in a row so far, and we can see another team get to celebrate. Like, hell yeah, we played some good Mario Kart,
Yeah, exactly. And then that way, if you don't do that well in groups, you still have a chance in the lower tier brackets.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
what do we have installed right now? I'm curious because as a child who has just come back to his former stomping grounds, I'm curious. What are you thinking of this next matchup here? Because it looks pretty good, and I do see that some of our familiar faces are back in the lineup.
Yeah,
so I want to
Germany on paper is always a really strong team. Obviously, you have the likes of people like Kay and Roble, who are considered two of the best players around. You see Lezard come back. I know that's your boy. Monfy's been around for a while, so he's kind of a vet, brings kind of like a leadership to Germany. But the other two, I'm not entirely too sure on.
Aspio and Alpha, yeah.
Yeah, those are names that I'm not entirely familiar with.
I mean, clearly they've proved themselves to be on this German national team. I'm excited because, it's been about a year and a half since I've played and kept focused on the Mario Kart community. But it's good to see familiar names that there are leaders on both of these teams that have kept themselves as the root of these national teams, and that there are new players who are able to prove themselves and bring themselves to this high stakes match.
Yeah, and I think the France team actually is like a perfect definition of that for what you just explained, because we've got people like Dax, Demon, Power, and Pyrax, who have all been on Team France as long as I can remember. I believe they've been on 2017, all of them, and then people like Dam, who's been around for a while. I believe he's been on the French team for quite a long time, but he's never been like a top lineup kind of player.
Yeah,
he's
I remember
kind of breaking through. And then obviously Dragon was one of the breakout players of the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. So
I remember Dam started playing, and I think the first time he was on the team was in 2016 or something. Because I remember casting and seeing him in the lineup, and I was like,
yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, but he's getting up there, dude.
Yeah, good for him. In my opinion, as much as I'd like to see Germany win, because K is my boy, but I just think France is honestly too strong. Because the thing about Germany is they've always had really top-heavy lineups, where if their top players don't like K and Roble, and back in the day when Leo still played, like if they didn't go in, it was Germany kind of struggled a little bit. But like you see France, it's like all 6 of those players are able to step up and score points.
Yeah, and I think that'll be the goal here today. I mean, if it is going to be a matter of these big players stepping up for Team Germany, even though there aren't 6 of them, but there's still they're still there in the lineup. I think that's going to be the challenge, and I'm not rooting for anyone, but I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping to see a good, well thought.
Yeah, I just want to see a good match. I want to see another repeat of like a Canada UK type match where it was close the whole war. But we're jumping right into it. Looks like I believe Dax is the host, so Mount Wario. It's not like a surprising pick for France. It's a pretty run-heavy track, not 100% difficult to keep tracks. Keep spots, sorry.
This one seems to be a pretty one-dimensional track if you're not factoring in the shock. I'm curious to see what the big-minded players are here. There seem to be a lot of
Yeah,
Waluigi's in
Waluigi
the room.
Wiggler is the meta nowadays, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be kind of a pain
To keep track.
Keep track, yeah.
We'll just have to use our 1,000 IQ brains to figure out
Yeah,
who's
definitely.
who. So,
then when you
what do you think the tone setting tactic is behind picking this track first race? I think this was a France pick, yeah.
Yeah, this was France. They were the hosts, I believe.
Yeah. So they
I
probably
mean,
have top spots in the room right now.
Yeah, they're just looking to keep top spots, really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you let France get out and just start running for free really early and dig yourself a big hole, you're not going to have fun trying to get out of the hole because they're so good at consistently running. And then when they fall behind, they're really good in the pack as well. But you do see Germany occupying a fair few top spots. I do believe that was 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure anymore. But you did see Dragon from France holding down first place for the French.
That new guy is holding in the first place. He's trying to make his mark right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, my take on picking this track was that France is going to start this match out aggressively and say, if you want to beat us, you're going to have to get past us, and this is the perfect track to challenge Germany to try and do that. And
definitely.
I think there is some trouble. We see some German members back here, Aspio and Lezard. I forgot how to. I really did. But so France looking to keep at least a top 2 up here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's top 3 for France. You saw a lot of Germany. I don't even know who we're watching right now. I thought we were watching Dax, but I've seen Dax a few times.
Ooh, and a German member getting absolutely walloped on the glider ramp, and this is looking like a really good race for France, a good tone setter.
And Power does get sniped on the line, though, but that looks very grim for Germany.
And that is a huge race. France is setting the tone with a freaking iron fork right now. A top 3, 5, 6, I think it was.
Yeah, and 12. So that's probably like a plus 28 or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, Roble being the only player who could stay up there, and France getting exactly what they need out of that track. Wow.
Yeah, because you noticed midway through section 2, Germany did occupy like a pretty decent amount of the upper middle spots, because there was a point where they were 4 out of the top 6 or 3 out of the top 5, something like that. But I mean, France is just so good at getting rid of those spots that it's it's just tough. And that race was a 53-29, so a plus 24 for the French on the first race.
Yeah.
So if you're France, that's what you want. If you're Germany, you obviously do not want that. So.
And if you're France, this next track pick is exactly what you want to continue to swing the momentum, because this is another one of those solid tracks for keeping top spots where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. And especially since it's 5 out of 6 of them in the top spots, since this turns a UMT.
Yeah.
It's like they're just all going to be drafting each other for the most part.
The draft kings right here.
Mm-hmm. You see K kind of breaking into the front using a shroom or 2. Unfortunately, Roble did go down, so if K gets hit here, I'm led to believe that it's going to be a France dominated front of the pack here.
Yeah.
And I believe
that's
K
exactly
did
what we were
talking
about. That's exactly what we were talking about at the start of the match. You know, it's going to be up to the 2 or 3 players that we need to step up for Germany, and realizing that first race was 53-29, they're realizing, oh shoot, we need to step up race 2. This isn't a work into things. It's going to be hard from the start. And I mean, seeing so we're watching Power, yes?
Power, yeah. So I think this is going to be kind of tough to tell what's going on, because I believe France is definitely in first, since he obviously hasn't thrown the blue yet. But now that he's kind of just going to be chilling back here.
No, he's doing his job. That's fine. But we see a German member stopping in last. I'm guessing they're going to be going for the shock. That looked like a pretty intentive move right there.
And they're at this point, I think it's going to be that they're going to need to have a shock, and a good one at that, with multiple dodges. Yeah. If they're going to want to come back in this race.
Yeah, and I think that German member just got a crazy 8, so that's not the item they're looking for. But the pack right now looking pretty spread, to the point where, I mean, you know how items work. There should be dodges in play, but I'm not sure if a shock right now is going to do anything. Because
Power just threw that because the France lead was just so big that it didn't even matter anymore. I think that's top 3 for France. I'm not entirely sure.
So the dodgers come in. Everyone's about to finish, and a lot of German members in bottom spots. That might be big for France. Top 5, 10. My word, France is coming out swinging right now. This is big.
Yeah, that was a plus 32 that race. So I mean, after 2 races, 56-point lead for France already.
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't want to say I expected this because I didn't, but if there's one team that's going to do it, it's definitely the French.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you're looking towards the later rounds in this bracket set right here, you're going to be looking towards the winter semis and the grand finals. You might be playing Japan or another top team up there. You're trying to make your statement now.
Definitely.
Holy moly, though, that's big. But I'm curious. I mean, if you were Germany, how would you respond? I mean, we know what the game plan is. We know that it needs to start now, but how do you even start to?
Oh my gosh, I
think it might come down to just getting a track pick.
Yeah, they need something to mix spots. I don't think DS is going to be good since I saw Power change to Streetle, so I anticipate that everyone changes to Streetle. But they do get Sheetland, so I mean it's possible. Shock is extremely common on this track. You'll see maybe like 4 or 5 people going forwards. Yeah, see all of France changed to Streetle. So
I forgot you could change cards in between match. Oh no!
If it would have been DS, that would have been bad because Streetle has such a huge advantage on DS. But you do see a lot of the French players going forward. But if I'm Germany, especially this track, I am making someone get shocked. Like it's not like maybe we should try for it. It's like no, you got to get it.
Even that's a risk in itself because this is your one race right now because you don't know what tracks are going to get picked after this.
Exactly.
This is the one race to switch the momentum and depending on the shock is it's a lottery pick right there. So.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, Germany absolutely need to switch the momentum this race. Otherwise, I feel like things are going to be kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah, France on pace for a 200 plus GP if they keep winning races like they are, and I mean. Right now, Power does not give a rat's ass about the game plan. He's just going off right now.
Yeah, he's dropping for the blue.
And Pyrax's going to be taking the blue. There's going to be someone sleeping on the couch tonight after that. Pyrax is probably pretty upset about that one. Aspio and Kevout up here in top 2. I don't know if they have mushrooms. That's how they got up there.
Pyrax must have dodged the blue because the minimap must have been lagging pretty bad.
Okay, yeah, he is still in first, but
there's still a Waluigi in first.
Mushrooms. So France still occupying some of the top spots up here. It's going to be a absolute jumble for this last lap to try to make a statement.
Definitely.
So I'm guessing we have. I'm guessing that's Pyrax and K in top 2. I remember K was up there.
Yeah, and K also used a star in second place, if I'm not mistaken.
But I guess here we go with the last couple turns of Cheeseland.
Yeah, you know how this is.
And if a shot comes into play, I mean, that would be really good for France, and hopefully, for their sake,
whoever's the Waluigi in second snuck out first. I think it still was K, but you saw France get every single middle spot.
Yeah,
there were 2 French ahead of Power, 2 French behind. Yeah, K and Roble definitely saved that race for Germany, but bottom 4.
Yeah, the bottom 4 is going to
That's not going to win any races for the Germans. I believe that was probably like a -10 for Germany, regardless of their 1-3. That was a +12 for France, so it's +68 after the third race of this match.
And I'm guessing a French member was holding shock because, I mean, looking back, I'm watching the stream as well on my phone. I saw the shock was used lap 4, and I'm pretty sure it was used by one of the Waluigis in the middle of the pack. They were holding that all race. So, I mean, either really good to hold the shock and keep those spots for France, or really unfortunate that Germany didn't get the dodges they needed. It comes up to situation, but another big race by France, and this lead only grows, Joel. It only grows.
I mean, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but like Germany needs to do something quick. I know it's easier said than done, but
yeah,
you can't just let France get out with a massive lead.
Yeah.
If you're gonna want to stay competitive with them, because France is such a good team.
The thing that I've noticed about this game, just a tidbit, is that compared to Mario Kart 8U, you don't play GPs, you play 12 straight races, and the benefit, I guess, of having like a GP style where you play 4 races and then have that break in between the Grand Prix is like beneficial, because if you're down and you're down in the dumps, you have a chance to like,
yeah, you get to like reset your mind. You get more than 30 seconds when the tracks.
But the thing with Deluxe is the Deluxe is just, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So like,
exactly.
Germany's not going to have the chance. They'll have the chance in between races, but they don't have much time to like, reset their minds, as you say. So it's going to be a long road from here, but hopefully. And was this a Germany track pick?
Yeah. I know that Kay and Roble are really fond of this track from playing the first couple seasons of this game with them in SVC. It's one of their go-tos, and especially since Germany had bottom 4, it's kind of like a mix-up track. So it works out for Kay and Roble because they're good enough to keep top spots, but it also helps their bottom 4 quite a bit.
And I mean, I'm guessing if Kay is truly as good at this track as he says, I'm guessing that might be him in first. He is using Waluigi, so if he's...
I think it would be safe to assume that it's him in first. Power really hasn't been up front at all, so we haven't really had a good look at these spots. Oh, that's K in 7th, actually.
Ooh, but speaking of Power, possibly a good chance to get up into the front, as these mushrooms are doing him a big, big load. A chance to take the shortcut at this last turn. K with triple greens, making some plays. He got a French member.
Aspio gets bombed on the line, though.
A couple German members here in the middle spots. Let's see what unfolds. And a really good race for Germany. Top 2, 4, 5, 7.
That is what you want if you're Germany. That was a plus 24 for Germany.
Yeah.
So what is that going to be? 44-point lead now? So, I mean, that's literally, if you're Germany, that was like the perfect race, pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't notice any like big blue shells or shocks being used that race. So I mean, props to Germany for playing that race very well.
Yeah, it seems like they held their top spots that they had, and then the guys in the back kind of just chipped away at the French in the mid spots to
who ended up getting top 2 race there?
Roble, and I don't know the second person. I know that K got like 4th or 5th, something like that.
And that's a really good track pick, a really good opportunity for Germany in the top 2, 4 to start running. Because
definitely,
one thing I do remember is that Warrior Stadium is a very secure running track if you know how to drive it. Of course, it's a really technical track, but if you got the lines down on this course, then you're driving, you're running smooth.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while, so the meta might have changed, but from what I remember, this is probably the most OP run track, since there are literally like no time savers anywhere. Yeah, pretty much all the other tracks like SA, DK Jungle have like relatively decent shortcuts to save some time, but not this track. The ending cut doing time trials does not really save anything. And I know that we saw Lezard holding down first still for the Germans. But
Lezard holding down the snowball fort right now. He's going off.
Indeed.
And the pack is considerably close. So this is going to be a grinded out race.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising too, because usually we see like who's really going to like finish top spots. They usually get established after like the boost pads. Yeah. The boost pads section. But in this case scenario, not really, because the pack is ridiculously close right now. And you saw within like 15 seconds, Power go from 2nd to 12th. So the pack is going to be tight. I think it'd be safe to assume that. I mean, I've kind of been keeping my eye on the Waluigi in first. That Lezard is either in top 2 or maybe even 3rd. Yeah, but I don't think Lezard's gotten hit yet, so I'm gonna bank on him still being in first place. I do believe this is still France in bottom 2, but if they can whip up the shock
Germany
here,
at 9-10 though, so I mean, the pack is pretty freaking mixed, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and we did see...
And a shock would be huge here for France.
It would be massive. Power doesn't get that chain.
Yeah, there's a star in 12th, so I don't think there's a shock yet.
Yeah. Okay, we see actually quite a bit of France back here, but
there is absolute chaos right now. Yeah.
What is going on right now?
France is seeming to occupy a lot of middle spots, but we see Roble in about 3rd or 4th. If this is what we think it is, Germany might have just gotten.
Okay, Germany might have got top 3.
That is huge, okay. But the 9-10-11 is ooh, man.
9-10-11 hurts, but I mean top 3 is top 3. I think that's about a +10, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a +10 for Germany. But see, the X factors, in my opinion, were K and Roble, obviously, because they're arguably the best 2 players on Germany. But I mean, now that you see them in the front consistently, those are 2 of the best runners around. So I mean, it's not going to be an easy break unless you get really good items.
Yeah. But props to France that race. I mean, Germany occupied the top spots and was kind of holding down the fort. But for France to establish those middle spots, at least, because I mean, that's important too. I don't remember what you said the score of that race was. It was a win.
Yeah, it was a +10 for Germany. So it's +34 for France overall at this point.
I mean, that could have certainly been much worse, especially with the deadly trio in top 3, like taking out French members. But the last couple turns were absolute chaos, and for France to come out of that, at least with 3rd through 6th, is really good.
Yeah, I mean, for what it was, -10, you're kind of happy if you're the French.
Yeah. So Twisted Mansion here. I really almost called it Twisted Mountain. I am washed. France had picked this, and I know they like this track at least a little bit. I'm guessing their motive behind this is just the drafting strats.
Drafts, shrooms are extremely common first set. You're gonna see like
we already see
3-4 people getting shrooms probably. Yeah.
Ooh, gotta watch out for the trails, and I think Dam may have Dam I think just got hit by someone's trail, so that's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure Germany established a pretty quick top 3 because if I'm not mistaken, the 2 Roys are actually both Germans.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
they might have switched that up a little bit.
If they're 5 out of 6 top spots, this is looking good right now. But this is another track where shock is pretty common. So I mean, it's good. It's like a blessing and a curse at the same time because you're occupying pretty much all the top spots, but it's like France could easily just body you with shock. And a bunch of dodges.
Power putting in some work here. Big red shell, and he just pulled some mushrooms. It's going to be kind of dangerous trying to infiltrate this top 3 Area 51 right here.
My God, this Japanese flag is throwing me off.
Oh, Alpha.
Yeah.
And
K's doing everything in his power right now to get rid of power.
This might be that championship defense here. Nice hit by K.
And I think power spamming is red and hitting Pyrax too off the glider. That's bad.
Oh, the bomb!
Really
K!
All right, K's going in right now.
K is looking like the 1985 Bears right now. This is freaking huge. Yeah, that top 3 is getting away. And I mean, like, a shock might be the only solution here for France, because I mean, looks like they're in dodges, but I don't see anything.
So it's going to help a bit. But I mean, that top 2 from Germany has a fairly decent lead, so I can't see the person getting blued.
A sound horn might also be in play as well. We don't know that. But looking like first it's going to get blued. But yeah, the sound horn was in play, so really nice defense of the top 3 right here for Germany, and it's about the French members behind. Just going to have to try to establish those like middle spots to keep the race close, because this top 3 might be deadly.
Yeah, that is a Germany top 2 for sure. We're going to see how this all plays out. You did see quite a few Germans though back here.
Robel and Momfi in 8-9, and
K
only a top 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, very good on France's part for like dissecting with some tweezers on that top 3 right there. K was honestly the driving force for defending that top 3, and I mean he may have gone down with his efforts, but big plays by France, but also big defense by
without K just
whatever it is
playing Mean Joe Green.
Yeah.
On lap 2, I mean, that top 2 is probably going to get broke because he made so much separation for those guys, even though he did end up getting like 8th place or whatever, which is really unfortunate. I mean, he almost single-handedly won. I don't want to say he single-handedly won them the race, but like to an extent, he kind of did.
I mean,
and you saw that was a +6 for Germany, so they're slowly just chipping away at this.
For France through 6, and the momentum is pretty. I'd say the momentum is in favor of Germany, but it's not outlandish. I think France is keeping up really well. This is just going to be about Germany like playing aggressive and like because it's going to be about playing aggressive. France plays aggressive, and I mean the risk of what K was doing was there because he did get hit and got sent down to 7th, but what he overall like for his team did was incredible. So he took on that role. We do recall from the olden days of Mario Kart, he was the meat shield, and he played that role very well. So
indeed,
we are on race 7 here on Bone Dry Dunes. Am I correct?
Yeah,
dude,
this has always been like a French track, even back in like 8U.
I see it. So I mean, France is going to be doing everything they can to reset this momentum because I mean that Germany top spots. I think we still have German members up there. People in 1st and 2nd are just out of reach of the camera, but we see Aspio and a German member just getting whopped in the head.
Yeah, that was good on Power to kind of. I don't really know what he did. I don't think he brake trailed him, but he kind of slowed down.
He used his bananas, and another set of triple bananas for Power. He is showing his own defensive might here, but unfortunately, those not getting him very far. Yeah, we have Power. Ouch. The Power is now off, ladies and gentlemen. The triple reds coming out at the wrong time though, because I mean that's not going to do much. K is going to have a freaking hell of a time, but he might just have to get rid of these.
That's Germany in last place also.
I
mean, Power's probably just gonna.
Yeah, Monfils gonna struggle a little bit here aboard the struggle bus. Oh, yeah, now it's a bill race, but I'm assuming neither of these players are going to pull the stock. I think it's going to be up to the top 10 to like do what they can.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Dax having fallen off too.
Yeah, I'm thinking France is top 2 right now. Because when Power was up there, you kind of saw a lot of Germany in the mid spots.
Yeah.
Mind you, it wasn't he wasn't far enough, or he wasn't up high enough to really see who was in front.
Plenty of German members and French members here in the back. It's up to the top, and top 3, 6, 7 for France. That is exactly what they needed to swing things back.
Yeah, that kind of cuts down what momentum Germany had. Kind of just chopped him in the knee pretty much. That was a +20 for France. So
yeah, that was a hit to the ACL for Germany. But
indeed. I mean, that was a Marchand Lattimore hit.
Damn, dude. Yeah, but
it's a bit gruesome.
So it's a 46-point advantage currently, I think, for France, if that +20 statement is true.
Yes, I believe so. 48.
And they were up 56, right, when it was race 3 and Germany finally had switched things around. So they're essentially not by much, but they're kind of right back where they were.
And I mean, if Germany kind of flips the switch again, and there's still 5 races left, and 48 points is not that much of a lead.
Definitely. I mean, we know that from the Team USA Mexico match.
Yeah.
But then again, it always is too much of the lead.
Yeah, it was in their hands, and it just slipped through. Unfortunate. But anyways, we're on Tyrol Circuit for race number 8.
And this was a France pick, I'm assuming.
This was a France pick, yes. Top 3. This track is pretty run heavy.
Yeah, but, this track seems to be tough to break into top spots once you're out of them. I know it's just so narrow and tight and like.
Well, the coins are in such good lines for the top spots that if they can get all the coins, they can kind of just dip set really easily.
Yeah, certainly.
But you did see K getting from a. K's taken out. Never mind.
K is taken out, and so is Power. But I know we saw.
We did see Alpha up there.
Yeah, I think Monfils and Alpha are both up in those top spots. So it'll be kind of a dogfight to secure who needs to
Alpha's
be in the
back
top
here
spots
now. All signs kind of point
Yeah.
to France being a bunch of top spots.
Yeah, a lot of German members back here. I think there's at least 4 of them here.
Yeah. But if you're Germany at this point, you almost want to dedicate someone probably going for shock.
Yeah. And I mean, Power is
obviously
also kind of in that role as well. He looks like he's cycling through items to get the shock to prevent it from being used.
And obviously there's a very big and obvious TS spot on this track.
I don't know where it could be on the mini-map, but sure.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
But
and there was a blue shell that came out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a blue shell on the mini-map, so I mean, as much as it does, one French member was taken out, but a lot of people seeming to be in dodges on the mini-map. If there is a shock, it probably should be used. Nothing coming out, though, so...
Yeah, this is the point where Germany kind of just stops. Unfortunately, they get the bill. Hopefully they have a shock behind, because I think if they don't have a shock... Yeah, they don't have a shock. But this looks like it's going to be a pretty dominating...
Oh, there it is! The shock comes in, Joel!
That was... I believe that was Germany. There were 3 people that
Monty able to use that shock at the last second, and then a lot of people in stars on the last turn were able to... But
you know what? I don't think any of the top 3 spots got breached because there was such a big breakaway.
Yeah. That was decent. I mean, better than it could have been
worse, to say the least.
I mean, that shock...
Yeah, it's
still a win for France. It's still a really good race.
That's only a +10. I would have expected it from the way it looked like it was playing out.
Yeah.
Because we consistently saw Germany all back there with Power, and we didn't really see any traces of France since Power was really the lone French player in the back.
And I think, honestly, if you're Germany, that's all you can ask for right there. I mean, that's a pretty like direct track there, and to at least mix up the bag, if that makes sense. I mean, now players are just everywhere. It's not, a top 3 run, but see, players don't even know what to pick in the room. So France is just like mollywopping it. But
yeah, I mean, DS coming out for Germany, that's definitely going to play in their favor since they're more middle to bottom spots. They can start off with more coins than the French and get drafts until that cave section or whatever you want to call it. Really,
Shoals is such a dynamic track. I mean, you saw France picking it in the first few races, and now it becomes Germany's track pick. And
definitely.
Both teams are able to utilize this track. It seems like half the room is currently drafting, so that should be a draft fest. But
I believe you saw Lizard pull into first place also.
Yeah, I think he went around that right path in many cases faster. So I think that might be. Oh no, that's Pyrax.
Pyrax.
Still.
But you see Power with a Streetle, so he's going to be gaining a lot of time on these wigglers up here. So he did a really good job to kind of survive the bumps and the drafts.
Certainly. And that mushroom in first is going to be big. If he can get some separation, especially with his teammate behind him, like a blue shell could be out of the question.
It definitely.
And I think it is one of my favorite parts about this track is when you are top 2 and you're with your teammate. I mean, that's no longer the question for Power, unfortunately. But just having that ability to bounce back and draft each other is really, really overpowered. Second I said that, though, that strategy comes out of question.
If I was Pyrax, I would have just let Power go almost. Pyrax had a trail, Power didn't, and Power's faster on this track because of his combo.
It was too close, and I think the red was already coming. But we do know Pyrax now has a gigantic lead up there in first.
Lead. And I mean, 4-5, 3-4-5 now for the French. 3-4-5-6
Germany
for the
is
French,
being
actually
picked like cherries currently, and there comes the blue shell.
K is holding it down in second. I mean,
a star in fourth, though. Why do you think he might be holding this right now? He's probably waiting for a German shock.
Yeah, maybe. I would see him chaining it here, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there he is with a star in third. K is trying to hold down first right here. It's going to be very difficult.
He's got 4 shrooms behind him, though. It's going to be tough.
If he gets a big banana out here, this might be really good. He might place it last turn, but Power coming up right here. looking to get the first place on the line. K with the lines able to preserve.
Yeah,
first.
But you did see really when nicely
played.
You did see when. Yeah. Oh my. All right.
Oh my.
So yeah, K definitely saved. Germany's skin. That's still a plus 22 for France.
Yeah, I was incredibly hyped up by K there. I forgot that Germany was bottom 5, but wow.
Yeah, because I mean, you saw power look backwards, and you saw France 3-4. Maybe you think Germany's gonna get 5-6 or something along those lines, but no, bottom 5.
Certainly,
unfortunately, even if you do get first place, bottom 5 is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. So.
So still a big deficit to overcome. I think it's approaching 70 now. Yeah. It's an 80-point deficit currently, it looks like. 409 to 329.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I think that was I guess we could call it the end of the second GP. That was race 8?
That was race 9, actually.
Oh, that was. Yeah, no, okay. Oh, yeah, so we're in race 10 right now, and I mean, it's going to take 3 massive races for Germany to bring this one back, which is unfortunately said because, you know, they had a lot of but now it's just expectations are getting higher and higher for what they're able
those
to do.
Races in the middle, unfortunately, they just couldn't keep the momentum from those races. And you see what France does when they have the momentum back. They can just make massive point swings like it's nothing, pretty much.
And this French team is currently holding on to those top spots, and they're trying to run on DK jungle.
Yeah.
And
at this, I don't really remember which bagging tracks are still in the mix, but you almost wanted to think about your bottom 5 instead of first place.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if you got 2 through 7 with the other team breathing down your neck, especially in this game with double boxes, the likelihood of you just outlasting them is not a high probability.
And we do see K back there in 10th.
Since K's in last, he was Germany's lone warrior up there.
Yeah, it's gonna. I do see him with something yellow in his inventory.
He had a star. Okay. He's definitely gonna be looking for shock, but he gets a golden, I believe.
But I mean, with France up there, without K up there, France occupying these top spots.
Yeah, well, you do see a Roy in 3rd place, and I believe
a Roy in
5th. So I mean, 3-5 for Germany right now. There is a blue coming in onto the wall coming out first place. I'm not entirely sure who that is, since
I would expect that's either Dax or Pyrax. They did dodge it with a sound horn or a mushroom, so that top 2 for France is looking to be pretty gone.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some pretty good separation right now, where there might be some crazy items coming in for lap 3.
You know, what if Power right here just gets first? What if we see this? I think he can do it. He is back here. He's cycling through items.
Well, it's deluxe, so it's not really out of the possibility.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a shock right here.
And you see Jonas kind of in the back also.
Hashtag power win. Looks like he's gonna be coming up here. A blue in the play. A lot of people getting knocked on the last turn. That might be huge. And the blue shell comes out on the final ramp. Takes out about 4 German members, at least. That's an overstatement. 2 German members, but still a pretty good race for France.
Yeah, that's a decent race for France. I don't think it's a big win, but I mean, they don't need to be playing for winning races anymore. They just need to be playing for mid spots. I mean, that's not really that's not really the mindset to have, I guess, because you always want to.
Yeah, and I think depending on
that's actually curtains. That was a +4.
Yeah.
For France, so they're up by 84 currently with 2 top 6s. Germany would get +80. So
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, congratulations to France, even though there's still 2 more races. Congratulations to France for winning this match. They will be moving on to the winners final to take on the Japanese powerhouse,
which I presume is right after this. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. And then Germany is don't worry about it. Germany is not going anywhere. They are dropping to the loser side of things, where they will play Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. And then the winner of that match goes on to play the winner of Spain and Canada. All of those matches are going to be today. I believe Germany and Mexico is right after this winners finals we have coming up next. And the other losers match, I totally forgot what I said. Canada and Spain. I believe that's right after Germany and Mexico. So
those loser bracket matches, I mean, like,
yeah, I mean they're pretty.
Don't get us wrong; those seem like really good matchups.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I mean, we are assuming that, you know, in this current World Cup, you know, you have 2 or 3 teams that are, I'd say, championship contenders. You know, you have France, Japan, and then, I mean, in situations, Germany maybe. There's probably another team that I'm not thinking about. But the middle of the pack is honestly where a lot of these good matches are probably going to come. We're going to see the losers bracket matches coming up here. Like, you know, it was Germany and Canada, and then
Germany and Mexico, and then Spain and Canada.
Okay, yeah. And Spain, Canada, I'm really excited for.
Yeah,
Spain,
I think that's going to be like one of the best matches, to be honest.
Spain has been playing incredibly well. And I mean, I've been kind of keeping up over the past year, and they've been playing a lot of Mario Kart. So I mean,
oh yeah, definitely. Their community is huge, so they have such a big player base.
Yeah,
that, I mean, they've got such good depth on their team.
Certainly, yeah.
We're kind of shying away from the race since the war is all but over. But you do see Power getting hit out of first. The Germans are top 2, but it's desert, so I mean that literally doesn't matter as the shock comes in.
A shot comes in, and one single player dodged it, so that is huge.
I mean, Power literally just stopped for the last 10 seconds, and he's back in the top 5 spot. So I mean,
this track is
this track in a nutshell.
Yeah,
this track's a thing, to say the least.
Yeah,
don't really know how to explain it.
Not sure who is currently in top spots. That might be a German pair, since they're finishing 65 minutes before everyone else.
Hopefully they just get like a pride race here or something.
Yeah, I think what's nice, you know, about at least playing out the races after the curtain is, you know, mathematically closed, is, I mean, Germany probably, I'm hoping, is playing to keep the score close, because, I mean, they played a really good match for about half the war. France dominated the other half, but to have a score that at least kind of is indicative of how they played is probably a good thing, but
and there's definitely positives for Germany to take away. I mean, when it comes to France, they're on another level, pretty much. They're
definitely
far away from everybody else in the pack. So I mean, to keep it relatively close for the majority of the war and then kind of let it spiral a bit out of control.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gotta, like, it sucks, but it's like that bright spot for the 3 or 4 races or whatever. Germany
4 or 5,
Germany had France on the ropes. Because I mean, if there was one major win after if they continued to keep winning, chipping away, or if they break out a massive race that blows the whole war wide open,
that just resets the score halfway through. Yeah,
exactly.
So I mean, very good on France to play such good defense when the momentum wasn't in their favor.
Absolutely, and then,
also very good on Germany
counterattack.
Yeah, but we are here in race 12. It is a 70-point game right now. Curtain is in fact closed, but while this last race is playing out, I mean, we can have it planned, but I do want to talk about, like, a little more what is coming up for the rest of the day, since we do have a couple matches done. The bracket is evolving just a little bit. What are things looking like for the rest of the day?
As we mentioned earlier, if I'm not mistaken, we do have the winners bracket final coming up right after this match, which is going to be France taking on Japan. Obviously, Japan are the 5-time defending champions now, so hopefully we'll see something. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see something a bit different. Then after that, what I'm really looking forward to is the losers bracket matches coming up afterwards.
Certainly,
since I know, I mean, every team is going to be in a tense situation since it's winner go home. There are some teams competing for their best ever finishes in World Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico really
Mexico
taking that step forward. The Canadians, I don't know if they were like favored to go very far, but if they knock off Spain, that's going to be top 4 for them. I believe that's going to be the only time they've finished top 4 outside of the Canada Raven carry in 2014. But yeah, classic, Spain's also playing for their highest ever finish. That's going to be huge for that. Not only the team, but the community in that country. If that national team can bust out that top 4. So yeah, the Canada-Spain match is definitely going to be the one that I'm most looking forward to.
So a lot of historical implications in the losers bracket. You know, these teams are going for their best ever finishes. We're ready to see that, but so this match is now completed. I did not look at the results of the race itself.
I think Germany won the race, but it wasn't by much. But yeah, you're gonna have France taking this war over Germany. The final score is gonna be 519 to 465. And again, if you're Germany, that's nothing to be ashamed about. I know Maxim is one of the Germans' better players. Unfortunately, he must have not been available for this match. So I mean,
props to both teams, though.
Yeah, definitely. Really and I mean, that's probably France's best lineup, give or take 1 or 2 players.
We'll assume so because they have their hardest match of the World Cup after this. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing all 6 of those players are going to run it back really quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wow, that was a good match. The score looked about what I expected from the match. It was pretty close considering everything.
Yeah, but definitely. This is if this is the match I was kind of hoping for, I guess. It was close for a while. And then it kind of spiraled out of control for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Germany got a couple pride races at the end, won the last couple of races by about 30 points. So, I mean, if I'm Germany, I'm keeping my head up high. Not a knock at Mexico or anything, but Mexico is definitely not Team France by any means. So, Germany have to not get down on themselves after this match, even though they lost. Just keep a cool head, really.
Certainly.
And keep the chin up, you know.
Chin up, fucking feet facing forward. So we are going to await the winners finals. At 12.
Yes.
EST, EDT, whatever.
Yes.
All right. Should we take a little break? Because I do need to grab something, but I could
think. Yeah.
You want us to keep talking? All right. Well, I'm gonna get a drink of water really quick.
Okay. Well, we could take 5, I guess. Oh, you can just